All right. So I've been able to explain some of the basic um, syntax of string in JavaScript. So, like I said, what do you use for? What do you do with strings? Okay. What do you do with strings? You use strings what represent textual data. Yes. So, but there are far more than just writing text. It's not just HTML, you understand? But you are correct. So that's how strings are. Strings are what used to represent textual data, right? So now, yeah, so this was what I was saying. Escaping sequences. You can go ahead and check this out. So escaping sequences, just like we tried here before. Are you ready now? All right. So just like we tried here before. You're not ready. I said yes. Let me know when you're ready, so that you're not going to like get carried away. Yeah. Bring his own. Bring his own. Sorry. Are you ready now? So now let us move on. Now we've talked about strings, we've talked about its application, right? But then I also need to explain what backticks are. So we'll leave backticks for now. Backticks is something that we'll talk about in detail later. It's a whole topic. So backticks is also known as template literals, right? So template literals, and they do more than just writing text, right? You can use backticks to what, call your variables. I think I'll just talk about it now. So now you can use backticks to call your variables. So for instance, right here when we do console.log first name. Okay, let me hold on backticks first. We'll talk about backticks later, probably today. Let us move into concatenation, right? Move into concatenation. Now, when we talk about concatenation, we're talking about addition of two strings together. So let me come here and let me say concatenation. When we talk about concatenation, we're talking about addition of two strings together, bringing two strings side by side. And how do we do this? Is it that when we add, is that the numbers mixed together? Actually, no, that's not what we make. Now, in this place, we have, I first of all wrote first name Paul, last name Levi, right? Then full name Paul Levi. Now, instead of doing this, all I can just do is say what? First name plus last name. And what will I have? Paul Levi. That's concatenation. So, what am I saying? I'm going to explain it again. What am I saying? Saying I can easily come here and say console.log, or I can easily come here and say let full name equals to what? First name plus what? Last name. Now, what have I just done? I've added two strings together. I've added what? Four. Okay, I need to remove this. Anyway, no. Let it equals to what? First name plus last name. I can now console the full name. You understand? So we have what? Uh, First name equals to what? Paul. Last name equals to what? Levi. Then let's put stand. Go ahead. So we have last name. Now, if I go ahead and I say console log full name, device, but that's what concatenation is all about. Concatenation is saying you're adding what? Two strings together. You know, with number, you can add two numbers, 10 plus 20, you have 30. But concatenation is still the same thing. You're adding both of them, just join both of them together. You understand? Okay. I'm getting there now. So we have what? Concatenation. You get it now. So adding two strings together. Before I move on to this question, you understand this? Right? Okay. So I'll answer this question because it follows and I'll answer your question next. So we have what? Concatenation. Now to add space, the reason why you cannot get space here is because it is automatically what? Joining them together. So to separate them, you need to first of all add an empty string. Now, what do you mean by empty string? Empty string is something that does not have, is a string that does not have any value at all. Now, what am I saying? Plus, right? Lastly, I can easily come here and say empty string, then add another plus. Then I can create a. Now, as you can see, you have a what? For Levi. There is space there. So I have what? First name plus, then an empty string with a space. Last name. This space is also a string. Why? It's the textual data. Do you understand it now? That is why, that's how you can get your what? Your space with concatenating items together. I hope you're here. All right. So that's how it is. So after what? Man, I'm not saying it.
No, like this space.
Yeah.
After the gets out, add space. So now, like, if you don't want to use this.
What you're saying is that can't I say plus?
No.
Like,
No.
Plus.
No. Then go to 4. Add space after.
That also works. That also works. But then this is not going to be accurate data. Meaning that your what? Your poll is not going to be a poll with space. Now, in JavaScript, if you are going to be using this data right now, it's not going to be accurate. You don't have a space. So instead, you create a space for it, rather than creating something like this for it. You understand? So this is no longer accurate data. It's no longer poor. It is now poor space. Do you get it now? That's how it is. Now, what was your question? You can, but like I said, what we are just doing is simplifying variables. So instead of coming here and saying, putting all of this in, I can just put let full name equals to this, and then console. This first name plus last name is equals to what? Full name is variables. You can also do it. Yes. Yes. Is it clear now? I hope it's clear to everybody. Is it clear to everybody? Is it clear? All right, so now let us move on to the next. So that's basically what concatenation is. Concatenation is what? Adding two strings together. Now, in case you want to skip this, you don't want to always have to plus every time. That is where your backticks come into the picture. Now, what do I mean by backticks? Let me show you what I'm saying. I can come here now and open this. Now, let me remove this. Your backticks will now allow you add variables together. So what am I saying? I can easily, I've created my backticks, right, in my full name. I can easily come and use my dollar sign right here. And then my object, so that's curly braces. I can have first name, space, then I can have another one, backticks again. I can have what? Last name. You understand? So as you can see, you have what? I'm not able to get in space here. You have what? Space. You have, now this is where you cannot have space. Right? So this is an alternative to concatenation. So can you see the use of backticks now? This is why you use backticks. So backticks can add more functionality to the code. You see? Different backticks. You cannot always use backticks. That's one thing. Of course, you can try to use backticks, but you can't always keep up with backticks. That's one thing. So backticks are only used for specific functions. So okay, I want to have a particular variable that I need to quickly call, and I don't want to always have to use my word concatenation. What do I use? Backticks. You understand? So they are used for specific functions. Now, your double quote is like the standard one that you always use. You get? I'm not saying you will not use backticks. Of course, you use backticks, but you use backticks a lot of times. But you don't use backticks everywhere. Backticks most of the times probably like 5 to 10% of your project. Most of your projects don't have what? Double quote. Do you get it now? Double quote. I've always used to use double quote. So I said backticks probably only like 5 to 10%, or maximum of 20%, depending on how big your project is. Then they're always going to use your what? Your double quote. Now this is what backticks does. Now, first things first, you create your backticks. Then your dollar sign to what set your template literals so you can easily call your what variables, right? Same thing, dollar sign set your template literals to what call your variables. I hope this is clear to everybody. Is it clear? Is it clear? All right, good. So now let everybody go ahead and write this now before we move on to the next point. The reason why I'm taking my time on